As you start building your park, you will need specialist teams to assist you. The park teams are a group of highly skilled professionals that help you maintain control and ensure your park is running smoothly. They are comprised of rangers, capture team, and the MVU teams, who all have specific roles to play. Rangers observe and maintain dinosaur enclosures utilizing the new ranger posts. They can be assigned to patrol automatically and keep a close eye on the welfare of your animals. The mobile veterinary unit is a new addition to the park teams. The MVU is a field-based team tasked to treat dinosaurs with injuries or diseases. The capture team can be deployed at a moment's notice to tranquilize any dinosaur that has escaped its enclosure. These teams are essential to any park. With them on your side, what could possibly go wrong?
Well, that was management guide number 3. Really not much in the way of new dinosaurs or new buildings or really much of anything. I think we've seen a lot of what we're going to see already at this point, but we're still going to go through it bit by bit and see if we can spot anything new at all. We did get a closer look at some pretty cool things, and we'll point that out along the way as well. But Park Management 03, park teams, and this is the thing I want to focus on mainly for this video, is this really nice environment that we find ourselves in. This is our best look yet at it's like a temperate grassland sort of environment. It's kind of like an English field, basically. And I think that might be where we are for this. This kind of looks English to me in terms of the cliff formations and how it leans down to the beach. I'm sure there's a lot of places in the world that look very similar, but this is very quintessentially English in a lot of ways. And Frontier, as a UK company, they do like to throw some nods to their home country. So that would be my bet so far. Don't see anything else in the way of new buildings. We can see the hotels here, which do have a funky new shape, it must be said, but they're not customizable. There are small hotels, there are large hotels. We did check for hotel customization during challenge mode, and there wasn't any to be found. We also get another good look at some of the decorations here. We've got these fairly modern lights. You can see one here and one here down towards the bottom. These do just look like placeable decorations. You know, we've got flower beds here as well lining the side of the pathway. Nothing else. That's the entrance over there. We've got a little temporary power station. Good stuff. Interestingly, they've got 2 aviaries, and I think this might be the first time we've ever seen the aviary look like this, because this is a single module node. That was nodule was node and module together. Single module aviary we've ever seen. It kind of makes this single boob, essentially. It's got a little pointy bit at the top and everything. But this is what it looks like if you've just got one single bit and you don't expand it any further than that. Even the lagoon over here looks like it might be just 2 pieces in total, given the slightly cylindrical shape. This is really nice, though. It's a really nice environment up here on the cliffs. Probably quite limited. It's got a little bit of Tucano to it, you know, in the way that it's a thin pathway here and then it opens up again, but anything there? No, again, we can see the lagoon. You can see the shark feeder kind of off-center. We actually have 2 shark feeders in the lagoon, one at the back, one at the front. That makes me slightly optimistic that creatures other than the Mosasaurus will also be able to use the shark feeder. Mosas, as far as we've seen, can't live with other Mosas or with anything else at all, really. They are very territorial, very dominant in their habitats, so that might be a couple of Tylosauruses or something like that. I don't know. We're still waiting on confirmation of that Mosasaur, but who knows? We can also see, and we'll get a better look at the its Boosie later on, but we can see the Diplodocus down here at the bottom having a little wander, and also a nice look at the viewing areas as well. 3 of those attached onto the Mosasaur lagoon. It's our mobile veterinary unit. So we've got a nice little exhibit here. We're seeing some darker colours on the Triceratops and on the Stegosaurus. Looks like they're fairly unpatterned, and we're just using several different base skins. Really nice look at the general environment we're going to have access to, though. The trees, you know, all mainly evergreen, green trees, and then we've got little smatterings of the yellow in there. Love how this little pond area looks. The rocks, more than anything in the world, rocks and bushes. 2 things that we were crying out for in Evolution. I know we had rocks, but it's a little bit more complex now. It just looks beautiful. The environments are so much more natural. Funnily enough, this, although fairly tame, I suppose, might be the environment I'm most excited to build in. It's like building a city zoo back in Zoo Tycoon 2. So that right there, very, very briefly popped along, but you can see it's a pretty good look at the Diplodocus right up close. And we can see a little hint of a striped pattern going along the back there. So I think we can take from that the patterning for the Diplodocus is a striping along the back. And of course we'll be able to control that a little bit further and hopefully pick some more interesting colours. We're seeing a lot of Allosaurus, aren't we? They seem to be very proud of the Allosaurus because it's popping up all over the place. It had a purple tongue, which is cool, if you're into that. Mobile veterinary unit then, they go in, they can medicate, they can cure like basic injuries in the field. Our little troll, our little trike there, a little bit injured. The MV can roll up, help it out. If you've got a more serious injury though, you'll need to tranquilize the dinosaur and move it to the paleomedical building that we saw earlier. We've also got, what's that there? Is that a gyrosphere entrance? Probably, by the looks of it. You can see actually it goes around the exhibit and curls back and goes through the fence over here. And actually I believe crosses over a path. Yes, right there. That's another good look at something we've scarcely seen, which is the crossover bit with the gyrosphere and the pathways. Also, we actually see a pathway. We've not seen many paths, and this is actually, I think, possibly a new one, this purplish, pinkish sort of tone to the path. It's something we didn't really have access to in the gameplay session we showed you a few weeks ago. We can also see a bunch of tables and chairs over here. Again, more of these modern sort of lights as well, very nicely placed. A couple of flags there. I think we're seeing a lot of decos here, a lot of really exciting decorations, something again we haven't seen in total detail quite yet. That was dealer tail, in case you were curious. Having a little snooze, just sleepy. When I watched this, I was just waiting. I think it doesn't make any sense considering how high up it is. I've just kind of got the scale. I just wanted the most of the pop up and grab the Allosaurus. I think that'd be really cool. If somehow your transport vehicles could fly over quite low to the tank, and if you did it too low, that could be a thing. You know, maybe if you know your Mosasaurus and you fly your helicopter a little bit too low, we could get a Fallen Kingdom opening kind of scene. I think that'd be awesome. So yeah, that's it from me. Really not much to talk about with this one, but a fantastic look at this grassland environment. We can see some of the lovely trees, the bushes, the nice grass with all these different sort of flowers sort of popping up underneath it. Really natural, fantastic looking habitat that I'm really excited to build in. Beyond that, it is what it is. Hopefully next week we can get a species field guide. It will have been 3 weeks at that point since the last field guide, which is far too long. Please reveal what on earth that mosasaur was. Thank you. Anyways, we'll end it there. Thank you for joining me. Cheers much as always. Bye-bye.